Hi everybody, it's October 3rd, 2025. The things that we want most, or the things that we feel that we need, are intrinsically resplendent. They are a promise of an enjoyment, even if it's fleeting, of an enjoyment in our lives that is lacking at the present moment. And often we burn ourselves out after wanting and needing these things for a long time. And then our goals change, and sometimes we may shrink back and reduce the height of our goals. Our opposite, we can increase the height of our goals and shoot for the stars just because we want to be defiant against the drag that is tugging at our soul and our spirit. And what I found is that often, if your dream or goal or your need or want is at a great height and you reach it, you find quite quickly that it wasn't that far away to begin with. Certain things had to happen, and just as sometimes a jigsaw puzzle piece is just a few millimeters from snapping flush, that's how the goal was. You had all the pieces, but you just needed to shift something so that the jigsaw piece of your dream could snap flush with the rest of your life. And so building the support beams for a life change is a great practice. And so remember when your parents told you to clean your room and you never wanted to, but as you get older, you find that once you start taking care of the things that you take for granted, if you keep on going and tending to other areas of your life, you are building a structure that is strong enough to carry your wants and your dreams. So you may start to clean and fix the little small problems that have been bugging you for a while, and then you graduate into a higher ambition, and you start to tackle lower dreams. And once you achieve those, you start building and building. And these are the support beams for life change. Sometimes you may not even realize you want your life to change, but it happens, and it's a gift from God. So once you take care of your responsibilities, your spiritual responsibilities, your mental health responsibilities, and your emotional, things just start to happen. And then this wind that you feel pushing you from behind, it will blow dreams in your ear. It will blow ambition into your brain, and you start to create change almost regularly. Things change. You yourself change. You become stronger where before you were embarrassed by how weak you were. This is building the beams for a life change. And so when you keep on progressing, as I stated kind of before, you will see your life as normal, but there will be an overlay of your normal vision of life, and you will see that you are in a great spot. You may still feel anxious, you still may feel the drag of adult life, but you realize you are in a great place. You just can't completely conceptualize it and internalize it because that's just the nature of the realm. And there are very few short moments where you can understand the blessings of your life, and those you shouldn't take for granted and you shouldn't forget. So building a life of change requires you to take care of menial things, tactile things that are simple. And the simple things teach the greatest. If you can't go through the day without cursing your life multiple times, if you can't go through the day without lying multiple times, those are the things that need to be tended to first. Because the curses and lies that come out of your mouth reflect the inner laziness or the inner carelessness that you have inside of you. If you have an inner carelessness, how are you going to be able to take care of things that require your tending to, that require your attention, that require your strength? If you throw up responsibility for the small things, the responsibility for great things in your life requires being buttoned down, requires being honorable. And that's what many people miss nowadays. So building your life takes a person that is worthy of that life. And I'm not saying if you have a life you don't want right now that you're not worthy, but sometimes we have to take matters into our own hands and cut out excuses and cut out the hindrances by not believing in them, by believing in your innate strength, your innate power that was granted from God. So I hope this helps. Thanks.